Hi, thanks for stopping by my channel. I'm Melissa Minor with Cards by Melissa Minor, and today I am going to be showing you a fun ink smooshing technique. I am participating in the Paper Crafters YouTube hop. Our theme is going green, and so I'm spinning it with the making something for St. Patty's Day. Be sure to hop along and see what the other paper crafters are making today. Also, I wanted to talk about Close to My Heart's sale. They're having a Stamptacular sale, and there's some deep discounts for stamps and thin cuts even, all the way up to 60% off. And so this is a stamp set. This is called Unicorn Dreams that I'm going to be using. I got this in the sale. It's not one that you might not particularly think that is related to St. Patty's Day, but it's got this fun horseshoe, and then it's got this shamrock here, and then another shamrock, so I think it works out great. Also, quickly, I just wanted to mention that if you're a VIP with me, which I'll have more information in the description box below, you can add the new April to June Close to My Heart book to your order. It comes free for VIPs, and you want to make sure to get a look at this because there's some awesome stuff in it, and you can begin ordering it beginning April 1st. So how fun is that? All right. Let's take a look at some of the supplies that we're going to be using today. So as I mentioned, this is the fun stamp set, and this is called Unicorn Dreams. And I love this set. It has got the horseshoe, it's got some shamrocks, it's also got this fun rainbow, and of course I've got the thin cuts to go with it. And then this right here, these are the thin cuts, the slim alphabet, and I'm going to be using those along with this Distress Oxide ink and Lucky Clover. I've got some glitter gems, and then I do have these Nouveau glitter drops in Ivory Seashell, and then the Spectrum Noir metallic paint markers in the liquid gold. I've also got some rainbow colored Copic markers. And then I also have here a spray bottle. We will need that. Of course, I'm using my all-purpose mat. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm starting with the Distress Oxide ink, and I'm just going to smoosh it into my paper. And then I'm going to spritz just a little bit of water, a little bit more. And then I'm going to take some plastic wrap I have here. This just came in something that I'd purchased. I'm going to stick my hand in here. I like it because it's see-through. I'm going to pick up a little bit of the ink color and then just start smooshing it onto my page. And so just moving it around. You can put as little or as much as you want. I like to get good coverage here. Just picking up the ink, putting it down. This is really fun. And then I think I want just a little bit more. So I'm going to add a little more ink color, spritz of water, and then just smoosh it down, patting just all over my page. Super easy. I didn't have, just like the green color that I wanted. And so I thought this was a great way to get the green color that I wanted to make my fun St. Patty's Day card. So once you get it to the color that you like it, you can build layers. If you wanted to add other colors, you could put that in here, but I just wanted the green. And so then I'm going to just wipe up my work surface here. Wipe everything down. I love this all-purpose mat because I can do that. Just wipe it all off. And now I'm going to take my ink blending brush, and I'm just going to put it back in the Distress Oxide ink and then just rub it around. And what I'm doing is I like to get a good coverage along the edges. And then I'm also going to go in, and you'll see me just kind of cover those white spots. You wouldn't necessarily have to do this. You can get it the consistency that you want. I just wanted mostly green, but I didn't want to do just the regular Distress Oxide inking. So I think this just gives it a different texture. And so I keep going in here, just playing around with the ink, getting good coverage. I think I like that. All right. So now I am going to make this pattern our St. Patty's Day. So I'm going to random stamp the background. And what I like to do is pick up my largest stamp first that I'm going to be using. Close to My Heart stamps come with the little foam insert, and that is meant for you to stick behind your paper. So when you're stamping, that you get a really good crisp image. So I am dipping my stamp in the black ink, and then I'm kind of going in a triangular pattern here, just seeing where I want these. So I started with the horseshoe first. That was my largest stamp. And now I'm going to put that back, and next I'm going to pick up my shamrock stamp. Now this is the larger shamrock. And I'm going to go in that triangular pattern again, just filling in any gaps that I had. And I like to stamp off the edge just so it looks more organic. So I'll go in here and get all these shamrocks down. I think that's good. Nope, maybe one more. Okay, perfect. And so now I'm going to pick up the smallest shamrock, and I'm just going to fill in anywhere that kind of had a gap with these. And it's so quick and easy. I love how this is coming together. This is going to be a perfect background for my St. Patty's Day card. So just filling in all the gaps. Couple more, and right there. Okay, perfect. Nope, one more. Perfect. Nope, one more. Okay, I think I like it now. All right, so there you have that. And then this is fun. I am going to take the metallic paint marker in the liquid gold, and I'm just going to go over the little dots that are on the horseshoe. Not really even coloring them. I'm just putting the ink down in those dots. There's like 7 little dots on each of those horseshoes. And just to give the paper a little more interest, I'm going through quickly and just adding this little bit of gold. I've been really into splatters, and so I wanted this to be something different. So I'm not doing any splattering. I'm just adding this gold, little hints of gold on the horseshoes. These markers are so fun. I believe they're currently out of stock, but I will link them below if they're available, and any products used I'll have in the description box below. I recommend, kind of watching for these if you don't already have them. I use them for so many things. They just add that little something extra to your page. Okay, I think I like that. Now I'm going to go in with just a green, and the green I'm using here is the YG09, the lettuce green Copic marker. And I'm not doing any fancy coloring. I'm literally just putting down the ink onto the larger shamrocks, and this just gives it a little more interest. So coloring in each of these. I'm not going to color in the smallest shamrock. I don't want to add too much color to the background, but just giving it a little something. So I'm coloring in the shamrocks here. And I'm going to color in this rainbow. Now this rainbow image was from that same Unicorn Dreams. I'm using the R29 in the lipstick red. Again, no fancy coloring. I'm not worried about blending them out or anything. You could use any marker here. And then the next shade that I'm using is in the orange is the YR04. This is the chrome orange. Putting down the orange color, and then the next color in the rainbow that you'll see me do is I'm gonna pick up my yellow marker, and for the yellow, This one is Y08, and this is in the acid yellow. And so just putting that down. And then I'm gonna go in with my B00, and I really like this one for clouds. And this is the Frost Blue. So putting that down, coloring up those clouds. And then I'm picking up my Nuvo Crystal Drops. And this is in the Ivory Seashell. And I'm just going over the cloud portion. And this is going to give those clouds just a little added texture and a little shine. So just subtle little things to make my card really pop. Okay, so I've got that on my cloud. I'm just kind of moving it around with the end. All right, and then I am picking up this stamp set. Now this is from Pink and Maine, and the name of this stamp set is called Lucky Leprechaun. And I like some of the sentiments that are on here, and so I thought this would make a great sentiment for my card. The sentiment I'm using is I'm lucky you're my friend. Also on this stamp set, we've got like a four-leaf clover, friends like you are hard to find, let the shenanigans begin, you're the gold at the end of my rainbow, and happy St. Patty's Day. So I'm going to get this stamped down. I'm lucky you're my friend. Perfect. Okay, and then next I'm just going to add a little more of that gold, tying in that gold, and I'm going to take the smallest point on the markers and just go around the edges just to make this really pop. So I've got the gold outline, and I really like the way that looks. Okay. And then I decided I do want to ink the edges. I did cut this panel to 4 by 5 1/4. So that way when I place it on my card base, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card base, just that little edge of white will be showing. And so I thought this might get lost. So I'm adding just a little bit of ink distressing around the edges using my sponge dauber here. So I'll go all around the edges, getting the black to make this pop off the page. I'm so happy with the way that this panel turned out. All those little details. Okay, and I cut out the word lucky using the Close to My Heart thin cuts. This is the slim alphabet. I'm gonna go ahead and glue my panel down. I like this. This is the Art Glitter Glue, and it has this fine precision tip. I think it works well, so I'm gonna add that. And then I'm gonna stick this down to my card panel. You can see that it's got the white edge across all the way around, actually. Let me give this a good press. And I'm going to go around just with the edges a little bit more. Since it's got that fine precision point, I'm able to just stick a little more glue in the spots that I don't think are quite tacked down. All right. So now my card base is ready to go. I'm going to start embellishing. I did cut a little strip of gold. Now this is from some gold cardstock from my stash, and I notice here it's just a little bit too long. Originally I was thinking I wanted that base, my card panel front to be 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and so I'd cut my pieces to that, but then I go back later and decided that I just wanted it to be 4 by 5 1/4 so that white border shows. So I do have to cut this gold strip down, and I'm just making sure, dry fitting where my letters are going to go so I can make sure that I do have enough room at the top for those letters to fit. So I've got the gold strip cut down, and yes, that's going to fit perfect. Okay. So I like to start in the middle, and since I have 5 letters, I'm going to start with the U, or I'm sorry, with the C in the middle. And then I'm going to build out from that, one on each side. It probably would have been helpful here if I would have grabbed my tweezers, but they weren't within arm's reach. And so I do kind of fuss with it a little bit of picking these up and holding on to them. But if you have your tip tweezers, this would be a good place to use them. All right, so I've got the K marked down here. And now let me add the Y. You could use any alphabet stamp set that you have in your stash or stamp here and then cut them out. I really like this one just because it is so narrow. But there are some good ones on the stamp sale that you should check out. One of those that's on the sale is the Moxie alphabet, and I really like it. It's got where you can stamp and die cut the letters, and so it's fun. So I do have this little strip of green glitter paper, and I had to trim it down also to get it to the right size, and I'm just going to add this. Now, if you had shimmer trim, you could add some shimmer trim here. I made another card with some black shimmer trim that I really liked. I didn't have the green, and so I really wanted to stick with the green theme, and so I found this in my stash. And then I'm going to glue my sentiment down. So now it says, "Lucky, I'm lucky you're my friend." Perfect. And then here's my rainbow. It's not quite dry yet, but I'm going to go ahead and add some foam tape just to pop this up. And let me get this stuck down. Okay, so I'm gonna put this down, and there you have it.